tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Now, here's Ajinça. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Iguodala with the steal. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game. And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Here's Curry. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. To the paint, it's tipped. And now the Pelicans on the break.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away.
Pondexter kicks to Evans, and a strong finish with two hands.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. The Warriors making the shot.
Buckets, but he should have just gone straight up with it instead of trying to fade away.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Rockets. Iguodala, the pass to Curry. Takes it from 10. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 4 assists in the game. Pelicans leading by 8. Evans outside. Misses from close range. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. New Orleans on top. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Warriors trail by 8, and Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. The feed to Davis, fades back, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
And it's the Warriors' ball. From 10 feet out, it's good, and the New Orleans leaders got down to 6. That one coming from Green.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
And it's Gordon missing. The Warriors shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. And stolen by Gordon. Cunningham kicks to Gordon. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Well, this is really one of the nicer buildings in the NBA right downtown, Clark, this home of the Pelicans across from the Superdome.
Kevin, you're always worried about how close we are to Bourbon Street when we come here, man. But, yeah, this was a fortress for the Pelicans last season as they won some big games here for sure.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Davis dishes to Ush, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And you talk about the big wins here for the Pelicans last year. How about they beat the Warriors late in the year, which was huge to get into the postseason, as well as the Spurs on that final day to fight their way into that A spot.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry had to say to the team. He said their plan was run their offense through Anthony Davis. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris.
And, you know, the Pelicans ended 28-13 here last season. A 6-win improvement for them from the season before. They can be a scary team when this place is jumping.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Here's Curry. Trains it from 9 feet away.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
To the middle. And it's Davis missing. Warriors trail by 8. Thompson for 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Thompson's got 9 points here in the second half. Davis in the corner. Misses off the right iron.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Pelicans leading by 5. And Cole kicks to Cunningham. Passes to Cole. Davis sets a screen. Lets it go from the wing. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Here's Curry. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Here's Cole. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. Offensive rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And that one's good. And it's now only a 1-point Pelican lead.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Tyreek Evans is checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday comes in for Norris Cole. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. 1:44 left to play in the final quarter. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Throws down the breakaway jam. And Clark, we've seen some great competition in this one.
I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, looking at the lead changes really kind of tells the story of this game.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
There's 1:38 left to play here in the fourth, and it's Davis with the jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now here is Holiday, following the miss by Draymond Green. And it's Evans missing. Bogut the pass to Iguodala. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Now here's Thompson. It's Curry with the drive and the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Green dishes to Thompson. Tries from 10. It falls!
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator, but I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Now you need every basket you can get.
Greg, I think they're still alive here, but they better execute every trip down the floor from here on out. We're seeing the red-hot version of Gordon right now.
On offense, here are the Warriors. They lead by 1. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're losing by 3. We got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's what you're taking.
And you know what? You got a couple options here. You can take the 3 to tie it or get the quick 2 and then a foul.
And, you know, if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 would be the way I would lean, Greg. But the foul has to come immediately after that. So Tyreek Evans, he's got him falling in right now.
And that's an intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by 2. 19 seconds left in the fourth. Dishes it to Davis. Oh, missed it. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Stephen, with a nice win following a tough loss last time out, was there a lesson you learned about yourselves and how you played differently tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Just make the easy play. And share the ball. That's when we're really good. We have a lot of talent on this team, and if we get everybody involved, then
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.